And now, it's Couture versus Liddell in a 5-round battle for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Tail of the tape brought to you by Nitro, the official sports supplement of the UFC. Found at nitro.tv, the 39-year-old Randy the Natural Couture, two-time UFC heavyweight champion, fighting as a light heavyweight here tonight against the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, 8-1 in the UFC.
When the action begins, our referee in charge is Big John McCarthy.
Light heavyweight title. Don't forget, scoring at home brought to you by Black Ice at UFC.tv. We will have online scoring at UFC.tv, brought to you by Black Ice.
Light heavyweight championship. You ready, Randy?
The Natural.
You ready, Chuck?
The Iceman. And the main event is underway. Randy the Natural Couture. Chuck the Iceman Liddell. Randy looking for a shoot early.
Randy looks very calm. He's got his hands up.
And you know he's worked a lot of striking and a lot of strike defense in preparation for this fight against Chuck Liddell.
I'm sure Chuck's worked on a lot of takedown defense in this fight, too.
Now, he's already been legendary for his wrestling ability, hasn't he, Joe?
He's a very unusual guy where guys get him down like Vitor. When Vitor got him down, he just stands up.
Yeah.
And I talked to him about it, and he said, I don't care if they hit me. I just stand up. That's what guys are worried about. They're worried about getting hit.
Randy with a knee, and a good one in that. Well, you know one thing, and Chuck knows it, Randy will bring everything.
Absolutely, and Randy loves that dirty boxing.
Yep.
He used that on Vitor. He likes to grab the back of their head and punch in the face.
Oh! That's what I was
talking about. This is a different wrestler. Chuck has excellent takedown defense, but you can't really defend against that. The guy picks you up and slams you. The best you can do is try to get back up. And he's never fought a guy who can hold him down like Randy. But look at this. Stands back up. That's what I'm talking about.
And now he's trying the dirty boxing.
They're both expending a lot of energy.
Yeah,
Randy looks very relaxed here. Randy said he's never felt better than now at 205 pounds. He feels 10 years younger.
And remember that Greco-Roman wrestling is all about control. And that's what Randy wants to do, is control Chuck. Chuck wants to break out like this and have room to work. This is scheduled for 25 minutes if it goes the distance. 5-minute rounds, championship fight.
Chuck looks a little flustered here. He's not opening up like he usually does.
Now that was a heck of a takedown, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and you know what? That just shows right off the bat, Randy's imposing his will.
Randy steps in again.
Good shot by Chuck, though. Couple good right hands got in there. But Randy can take an incredible punch.
The only time Randy has been beaten in the octagon is when he was beaten down by a ground and pound man who had 30 or 40 pounds on him, as you pointed out.
Absolutely. The first time with Josh Barnett, he wasn't in like serious danger, but he wasn't answering to the punches.
Right.
The time with Rico, he caught an elbow right in the eyeball. And he actually suffered a fracture of the eye socket, I believe.
You know, and many wondered how Randy would be with the speed. I don't think speed is a concern. Striking ability is, but I don't think there's a speed factor here, do you?
No, well, Randy, first of all, he's never abused his body. Right. He's always in incredible condition. He never gets out of condition. He does the Eco Challenge. The guy's always wrestling. He's always in shape. He's a consummate athlete. So 39 for Randy Couture is not 39. We look at it like in combat sports like a boxer who's been beaten down. You know, at 39 years old, there's a guy who lost a lot of reflexes because he's taken a lot of punishment. Randy hasn't taken a lot of punishment.
I think it's interesting to mention that when Randy Couture was in the Army, he did some boxing with the Smokers. Now, he'll tell you that that's not his forte, but it's not as if he hasn't exchanged with his hands before.
No, absolutely, and he did a lot of training with Maurice Smith. He actually fought Maurice Smith, who's a, world-class kickboxer. If you can stand in there and hang with that guy, he's easily the striker that Chuck Liddell is. And he learned a lot from Maurice. He trained with him, and when he fought Pedro Hizzo, he even landed some shots, landed some leg kicks, which opens up the possibilities of takedowns.
Randy actually wanted to box when he was in junior high school, and Mom said no. She said, you wrestle, don't box.
Randy's the aggressor here. He's pushing his fight.
Yeah, he is. And Chuck is known as an aggressive type guy, not a counter fighter like a Pedro Hizzo.
Randy looks very comfortable here. Nice right hand, nice left hook. Randy's looking for openings. He looks very good standing up here, and I don't think Chuck likes it.
Oh, Chuck just missed the right, and Randy takes him down again. Look how vicious the takedown by Randy Couture. Now this is going to be interesting to see if Chuck can get right back up again, as you said.
Gets to his knees and stands up. He's got freakish ability. Randy's got the crossface trying to stop him, but Chuck's up again. It's just incredible.
Well, this is why it's the main event. This is why this is a title fight.
Look for Randy. If Randy can get his hands wrapped around him, he might suplex him here.
There's no way Chuck underestimated the skills of Randy Couture. I can guarantee you that.
I'm sure he didn't underestimate him, but you don't really know what Randy has at 205. He might be better at 205 than he is at heavyweight. So you're basing his skills on what you've seen him against much larger guys.
Well, when he was at his peak in wrestling days, he was wrestling at 198 until 1996.
Nice knees inside and sweeps. He's punishing Chuck from behind. He's punishing the back of his legs.
What a good first round. 5 minutes in the books. Yeah, I would too.
Easily. Randy's in control of this fight. Chuck does not look happy.
And a look of frustration on the face of Chuck Liddell.
Let's check out the takedown. Grabs a hold after the kick. Just scoops him way high, and boom. But immediately you see Chuck. Here we go, second look at it. Immediately you see Chuck look to slide his leg under and get to guard. Here's the last takedown.
I mean, relentless with the takedown.
Relentless pressure.
Online scoring brought to you by Black Ice. Randy Couture gets 56% of the votes in taking round 1. Log on right now, UFC.tv, online scoring here for our championship fight. Light heavyweight belt.
I want to know what fight the 44% we're watching.
I understand what you're saying. He's worked the stand-up. He wants to use the stand-up. Can he use it effectively against that man, Randy Couture? Can Chuck Liddell do that? Almost all of the fights in both of these men's career have been against the elite fighters in mixed martial arts.
Absolutely. These guys have faced no slouches. Especially Randy. I mean, his resume is a who's who of mixed martial arts. Kevin, whoa, nice right hand.
Randy Couture.
Randy Couture aggressively striking.
Belfort, Smith, Randleman, Hizzo, Barnett, Rodriguez.
Yeah,
that is a who's who indeed.
This guy's never had an easy night.
And then for Liddell, Randleman, Bustamante, Suloev, Belfort, Babalu. Jeremy Horn, the only defeat.
Yeah, Randy's only easy fight was his first fight against a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
Fought Tony Halma.
And then he knocked out Steve Graham. Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell, second round. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan.
Chuck likes to paw with that left hand and then throw a sweeping left hook. Wow.
Wow, Randy Couture looks awesome.
Randy Couture is taking over this fight. Chuck looks like he's just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out where the opening is. Nice, that's that left hook I'm talking about. If he catches him, Randy might get rocked.
And again, Eddie Bravo, Lisa Durgan. All here tonight, Las Vegas, Nevada. Little cut open on over the left eye of Chuck Liddell. There's a bit of a cut. And it looked like Randy just poked him right in that same area again with a right.
Randy's very comfortable in the pocket. Look at it, he lands a jab. Even these punches are flying by, he is not nervous. He's not worried about striking with Chuck, which is surprising.
Oh, and a good jab again. Randy really pushing the pace here in the second round.
Randy's controlling the striking.
4-time World Team member, Pan Am Games champion, 4-time national champion in Greco-Roman. And the wrestler is striking with the striker.
You see Chuck landed a nice leg kick. Randy lost his balance a little and immediately countered with a left hook.
Chuck has not used the leg kick a lot yet. Is that because of the fear of the takedown?
Well, you know what? He's just trying to time it. You know, Randy's being very aggressive. I'm sure he doesn't want to get taken down, but, you know, he's using leg kicks. That's his weapon.
Sure.
He's just trying to time it. He's not shy. He's just trying to figure out where the opening is.
You know, they always say the true fighter never turns down a fight. These guys have never turned down a fight either.
A lot of people thought this was going to be a walkthrough for Chuck, and I have no idea why. This is, this is what I was anticipating. I was anticipating a very, very, very competitive fight. And Randy surprised me. Randy's taking control here.
Why anyone would think anyone would ever walk through Randy Couture. I agree with you.
Well, you know what? You see a guy lose twice, and you see him as a loser, and that's just crazy. You know, Randy lost because of physics. He lost because he's fighting much larger men. The guy's heart is just unquestionable. Nice left hook there, and Chuck's the one who's backing away.
You got to be careful with Chuck, though, because as you know, with the power that he has in those legs and in those hands, one and done is always a possibility.
You know what? That's true, but Randy, first of all, has been used to getting hit by much larger men, like Pedro Hizzo, and he's shown an excellent chin against those guys. You know, Chuck has never fought a heavyweight before. Randy Couture is a guy who's fought all heavyweights and never been knocked out by a punch or a kick or them. He's been stopped by an accumulation of blows or stopped by, like, the fracture of the eyeball, the eye socket from the knee, from the elbow, but he's never... Oh,
my, what a sweep.
That was skill. Beautiful.
Randy Couture trying to close off dominance here in round 2. And would that put some pressure on Chuck Liddell if Randy were to, at least in the minds of us, in the minds going into the minds of the judges, be able to win rounds 1 and 2 in a 5-round matchup?
Chuck's looking to get his leg out, get to his knee, and just stand back up again. He doesn't seem like he's looking to try any submissions here. He looks like he's just trying to stand back up.
No one has ever done it before, and that is to win a belt in 2 different weight classes here in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Look at even the bruised up elbow of Chuck Liddell from a couple of those throws.
Chuck's gonna try to slide his left knee out and get onto it. Oh, look at this. He might be trying a submission.
There's some chance of Randy here at the Thomas & Mack Center.
There he goes. He's trying to slide his left knee out. He's just gonna get to his knees and force himself up. Here he goes. Gets to his knees, forces himself up. Randy's holding him down for now. No, Chuck's up. Best takedown defense in all of MMA. Now he's got to reverse. Now this has been a bad situation for Randy, and every fight he's been in. Every fight he's been in when he's been on his back, he's been in a lot of trouble.
But time's going to run out. Chuck finally got his control, and he's going to run out of time here in round 2.
Let's see if Chuck goes into the next round with a psychological advantage, though.
And was it enough to even up the scorecard a bit here?
Let's take a look at those takedowns again. Leg sweep, boom. Nice. Second look, he gets him moving towards him. Sees that leg, kicks it out. Randy Couture, I've got him ahead 2-0.
Well, there's Brian Clark, our cornerman of the night, winning the contest at UFC.tv. Congratulations to Brian. He's got a big smile on his face, and justifiably so. Online scoring. UFC.tv brought to you by Black Ice. Second round heavily goes to Randy Couture. So the fans around the world agree with you, Joe, so far. The Couture has won rounds 1 and round 2.
It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. You know, I mean, a lot of fans get biased. You know, the 35%, they're probably just they're just big Iceman fans.
Get it on, come on!
All right, what does the Iceman have to do differently here in the 3rd?
He's got to find some way to keep Randy from taking him down and find some opening.
Good jab.
Now, Randy's tighter with his punches. His punches are short and tight, and there's no loop to them. Now, Chuck is throwing these wide haymakers, and Randy's just getting inside of them. Randy's doing better striking than Chuck is. Chuck's got like a loose, looping style. Oh, nice uppercut.
Another uppercut.
Steps in, Chuck's nose. You got him right on the nose, that.
Liddell in the blue trunks, Couture in the red trunks, and Randy Couture steps into Chuck Liddell one more time. Just underway here in round 3. Scheduled for 5-minute rounds. Light heavyweight belts going out of this octagon on somebody's waist.
Chuck likes to catch guys with a looping punch as they're coming in. There it goes.
Oh, and another connection.
Oh, big right hand by Randy.
Randy taking it to Chuck Liddell.
Randy Couture is winning the stand-up battle. This is incredible. With disciplined punches, he's staying tight. He goes for a knee, dirty boxing. He's got the clinch. Wow, Chuck is looking to try to take Randy down now.
You know what? Nothing about Randy Couture surprises me. I have to say that. Nothing.
The guy's a stud.
Yep.
He's just plain and simple. He's a stud.
It's a guy who as a kid wanted to be an Olympic skier. Would have had a gold medal hanging around his neck, I would suppose. And if you want to stay young at 39, have another child, as he and wife Tricia just did. They've been married for over 2 decades. Married at age 18. They just had their 3rd child, so congratulations. That'll keep you young. That and fighting Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, I'm just amazed. I thought this was going to be a very competitive fight. I never in my dreams that I think Randy Couture would be controlling the stand-up. If this was a kickboxing bout, Randy Couture would win. He's showing more disciplined punches. He's controlling. Nice right hand. See, he takes the counter, but he stays in the pocket. He doesn't back away when he gets hit. He stays in, he blocks it, he takes the shot, and then he counters. And his counters are wearing Chuck out. Chuck Liddell's in danger of being knocked out.
And there's a 3rd takedown impressively by Randy Couture.
And mounts. Now he's mounting it.
Now this is where he has succeeded. Ground and pound Randy Couture. Can he finish Chuck Liddell? Here in round 3.
Chuck is in grave danger of being stopped here.
Randy Couture on Chuck Liddell.
He's not
bringing it. He's continuing to bring it. John McCarthy standing closely. Couture trying to stop this fight.
Randy Couture is going to stop Chuck Liddell. Unbelievable.
It's all over.
Unbelievable.
Randy Couture becomes the first man
Unbelievable.
in UFC history to win a belt in 2 different weight classes.
What an athlete. What an incredible athlete and what an incredible upset. Randy Couture is an animal. Completely dominated Chuck Liddell in an incredible upset. Dominated him on his feet. Dominated him on the ground. I was always a Randy Couture fan, but now I'm just blown away. That guy's amazing.
Good job.
When he was defeated twice, he could have easily walked away and there would have been no shame. No shame at all. The way this man has performed. And tonight, this has to be his greatest moment. This win over Chuck Liddell.
Especially at 39 years old, to show no fatigue, to show no wear, to completely control the stand-up aspect of the fight. I mean, that's just the most unbelievable part of it. He outstruck Chuck Liddell. Let's go to the end of the fight. Let's check out this pounding. He's got side control and then the mount. Dominant position, and Chuck, he always just looks to stand up, and now when you're worn and you've been beaten down after 3 rounds, you just don't have that kind of explosive energy to stand up.
Randy, the natural Couture.
Chuck just floundering. He didn't try to hang on. He didn't try to wrap his arms around Randy and control his upper body. He went to his old standby, which is just try to take the punches and stand up. And he's never been controlled by a guy like this before, so it wasn't effective.
Again, my friend, I agree with you that I was surprised that Randy Couture could control the striking. But could you ever think that Randy Couture could not be a champion for the 3rd time? The answer is no, and he is. He is the light heavyweight champion of the UFC.
That's an incredible athlete right there. He's an inspiration.
Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has stopped this contest at 2 minutes, 40 seconds of the 3rd round. For the winner and new UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Randy the